Yes, people, I'm Srini and you're watching MTAC TV. Yes, we've changed the name, so type MTAC TV on YouTube and you'll find us. Shameless plug, but anyway, of course, I'm joined by my boys Ritvik and Adi in the building. And of course, we have a brand new interesting idea for you guys. So I've talked enough. Adi, can you kick us off?
Yes, brand new content, fresh off the presser as usual. So today we're doing a 60-second debate. The rules are very simple. Two contestants go head to head. They get 1 minute each, 60 seconds to present their points on a given topic. The host ultimately gets to decide the winner. So you make your best arguments, and whoever the host thinks is fit enough to win the argument, they get the points. Let's get straight into it.
So guys, of course, we are going to bring the debates from the WhatsApp group to YouTube, and it's going to get very, very heated, as Adi mentioned. Of course, the first round, the debate is, of course, who has been the better Premier League manager, Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp? Of course, Ritvik is a massive City fan, much like myself, so Pep should win this. And of course, Adi is a Liverpool fan, so he's Team Klopp. So guys, of course, you have 1 minute on the clock, and on the clock. I mean, on the clock. The clock is in my head rent free, guys. Sorry, but and I want to reiterate the fact that the better argument wins, right? So Sean Dyche could be better than Pep if the argument is made. So anyway, let's not waste any more time, guys. I'm gonna go to Adi first. You have 1 minute on the clock. I know you're very nervous, but you've got to do it for Liverpool.
Yes,
so I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, and we're good to go. Cool? Ready?
Sounds good.
3, 2, 1, go.
Jurgen Klopp, number one, he has a Champions League title. Pep does not. Jurgen Klopp came into a squad that was absolutely depleted. Brendan Rodgers got sacked. Liverpool were languishing in 8th, 9th. Next season got them into the Champions League, most importantly. He's built from scratch a defense that had Dejan Lovren at the heart of it. His starting 11 with the likes of Martin Skrtel. I mean, he's taken this team from having Virgil van Dijk. It's monumental what he's done with this team. We are now easily in the top 4 most feared teams in all of Europe, if not top 2. Pep, he has all the money in the world. Klopp doesn't. Pep has a 350 million defense. Jurgen Klopp is on pittance. Like, it's sad that he doesn't spend money, but it's in a way, it helps the argument. That's why he's a better manager. Premier League, 97 points, didn't win it. Then he goes to 99 the next year, wins it again, competing with City. With all that money, it's unfathomable where he's come from. He did it at Dortmund.
Time. He's made all of his arguments, and I'm the host, so I'm supposed to be unbiased, but I'm a City fan, so yeah, Klopp is in the mud. No, I'm kidding. Klopp is, of course, an amazing manager. A lot of good points made by Adi there. Actually, very good on your debut. I'd just get angry and probably flip the table. But anyway, we're going to go to Ritvik now. He's made his points about how Pep has all the money in the world, this and that. So I hope you're not having that, because I want you to make a sick argument for City. Come on, City. So 3, 2, 1 is what I'm going to say. Yeah, 3, 2, 1 is what I'm going to say, and then we're going to kick things off. So 3, 2, 1, let's get it.
Okay, so Klopp took a team that was 7th, 8th, and then got them to the Champions League. But what Pep Guardiola did, he took the oldest team in the Premier League with the average age of a 31, 32, I don't know, the likes of Kompany, Sanya, Clichy, Nasri. He got all of them out. He rebuilt the whole squad, and he still managed to win it in the 2nd season, in the 3rd season, in his 5th season. Now he's going to win it again. He got the 100 points. He broke all records possible to humankind, and he did it with Fabian Delph at left back. He's done it with Zinchenko at left back. He's transformed players. He improves players. Who has Klopp improved? Like 1, 2 players. Okay, that goes there. Then again, how many finals has Klopp lost? How many finals has Pep lost? Pep has lost, I think, just 1 final in his career. And Klopp, how many? He lost the League Cup to us. He lost the Champions League. He lost the Champions League with Dortmund. He's lost the Europa League with Dortmund, with Liverpool. And hasn't Klopp spent this season? He spent a lot this season. City hasn't spent that much. And still the...
Time. I'm sorry, you can't get any more points in. Guys, this is tough. This is super tough because, of course, I'm the host and I'm supposed to decide. And really good points made by Ritvik, for example. I mean, he mentioned the likes of Delph. He mentioned the likes of Zinchenko as well. Like, it's not been all easy for Pep. And of course, Adi made the points of how Jurgen Klopp has transformed Liverpool. Who should I go for? Jesus.
No pressure.
I think I'm going to go for Adi on this one.
No, let's get it.
You can't deny the fact that I think Ritwik did touch on the fact that, of course, Pep did take the likes of Zinchenko and Fabian Delph, but I think what lacked in Ritwik's argument is the fact that he didn't mention the players that City have improved, like the likes of Raheem Sterling.
I was gonna go that, and then the time stopped, man. I was just getting there.
Yeah. It was a very good argument, and I think Adi got every point in, alongside the fact that Pep has a big budget. So, guys, I'm unbiased. Adi wins that one. But anyway, let's head to the next segment.
You're doing it for YouTube. You're doing it for the comments. You're doing it for the comments, bro. I can.
Nah. In my head, it's Pep takes the W, but I'm gonna give it to Klopp on this one, guys. Let us know, Pep or Klopp, and let's. So,
guys, for our next debate, we have: is Southgate the right man for the England job? Okay, just by the way, guys, we haven't really rehearsed anything. We don't know the stats. We don't know anything. This is a full impromptu debate. So let's kick things off with Shri. Okay, I'll give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
I don't think Gareth Southgate is the right man for the England job. I mean, look at his experience. I mean, look at his pedigree. The guy has managed Middlesbrough and that's it. And he got relegated. He worked with the England under-21s and that's fair enough. So he's worked with a couple of the young players. But apart from that, to manage a side that has world-class talents like the likes of Jadon Sancho and Raheem Sterling, I don't think it's good enough. Look at the pedigree of other managers. You can even go back to the likes of Cesare Prandelli and guys like that. I think they had a lot of pedigree. I don't think Southgate has the nous to do it. And you can see it from what they did during the World Cup. They played a couple of farmers, let's be honest, and they beat them. And once they actually faced a proper decent side in Croatia, they folded. So, it was not good enough, of course. And if you look at how he's managing this current crop of players as well, he has all the talent in the world and he plays 5 defenders at the back. And you can see that from the performances. Don't let those San Marino performances fool you. Like, this guy is not good enough. Tactically, he's very defensive. You can see that from his selections. He's left the likes of Trent out.
That's your time.
Yeah. But all right, fair enough.
It's okay. So without further ado, let's go on to Adibir. So Adi, your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
I don't see how people can say he's not fit for the job. Shri made the point that he's coached the under-21s, which works perfectly. He's worked in the system. He's brought these players from their youth into the prime of their careers. He has a plethora of talent, we know that. But he is making the most of it. Getting to the semi-finals of a World Cup is no joke. The likes of Capello, Hodgson, they've got nowhere close to that. These are the teams that have been dumped out of the group stages. And, Southgate has made it not even past the quarters, the semis. It was a mentality thing for England and he's helped get them there. This is the first tournament, the Euros that are coming up, where England are favourites going into it. This hasn't happened since probably 2006 World Cup, where that was one of their best teams. Secondly, he has the likes of Kane, Rashford, Sterling, who are in the prime of their lives, Declan Rice. This team, even if he might not be the best manager, the team can help him get over that line, get the best out of him. One thing I will give him a lot of credit for.
You're gone. Okay, guys, that was pretty tough. That was intense. I'm still thinking about who I should go for. And I really feel by a very thin margin, I have to side with Adi on this. Just because he made that point that the previous managers haven't yet achieved what he has. And and I do agree, it's more than how you manage people. Managing people, a major part of that is the mentality. And Southgate has got that right. And these boys do play together really well. Even if he has a lot of, questionable changes to the lineup, questionable additions, he plays 5 DMs, whatever, he still gets those results. And as long as he's getting those results, I don't think he should not be in the job. So,
I think Adi wins, but Southgate is not good enough. But Adi wins. I lost my head for a second. I went originally against
it's like the last debate. Like, Pep is better, but I lost. It's okay.
It doesn't matter. Our teams are winning in real life. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Guys, that's 2 big dubs for me. Let's get it. Okay, guys, this is the final debate. I've already taken 2 dubs and I'm going home. It's down to these 2 now. The final debate is, as things stand, should Sergio Aguero get a new contract at Man City? I'm going to go to you first. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, I think Sergio Aguero, the greatest player ever to play in the City shirt, should get a new contract. Okay, he's coming back from injury, but how many players have we seen bounce back from injury after 6 months, 7 months of that time? A lot, right? Gundogan, we've seen Virgil van Dijk will come back. He won't come back right now. We've seen Kevin De Bruyne. Everyone takes time, and so will he. And even if he's at his 70%, he's one of the top 5 strikers in the world at the moment. And why wouldn't you want that in your team? Yesterday, I read something that he scored 111 goals from 111 winning goals in his career as a City player. And you don't want a match winner? City don't have match winners right now. They need match winners. Okay, even if you get Haaland, you can have him from one more year. Let's see how it goes. You don't miss the opportunity to send a player as big as this. Plus, if he stays, there's a chance that Messi can come. And if Messi comes, City will be unbeatable. We will be unstoppable. Nobody can stop us. And of course, man, you don't let the best player ever to play in the City shirt.
Okay. Bad. Some good arguments presented there. Very impressive. Okay. Srini, it's your turn. Okay, we're going to get you started in 3, 2, 1.
Rizvik mentioned the 111 goals, but he's talking about history. The question was about as things stand. And as things stand, Sergio Aguero can't stay fit. He's barely started 2 or 3 games since he's been injured. He's barely played football for a year. And no player is bigger than any club. And that's facts. Sergio Aguero at the minute is not fit, and City are a better team without him, without playing the striker. He talked about getting Messi. City should get Erling Haaland because we want a striker that stays for 10 years. We don't want Messi to come for 3 years and dip. So we need to think about the long term, and long term wise, Sergio Aguero can't get a contract. I love Sergio Aguero as much as the next man, but as things stand, he cannot start for our team because he can't stay fit. You want to pay all of those wages to a player who can't start a game? No one gets a free spot in any walk of life. There's no free lunches anywhere, and as things stand, I don't think it's fair to give Aguero a new contract. He has to prove his fitness and then prove that he's a top 5 striker. At the minute, he's not a top 5 striker. I think Gundogan scores more goals than him at the minute, let's be honest. So as things stand,
Sergio Aguero
doesn't get a
wow. That is a very good debate. I was in Rizvik's face throughout. He's not impressed with the arguments. But wow, that's a tough one, man. I think as judge and final call, I'm gonna have to give that one to Srini, man. I mean, I'll tell you why though. He made some very good points, but Aguero has not proven himself after regaining fitness. And again,
2 games. Let him. He's not
exactly.
Let him get the chance.
He's not played for months, man.
Let him get the chance. You'll see.
And also,
he has to prove it. He can't. He has to prove it, and then he gets the contract.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, so he has to prove it. If he proves himself, he can stay for 10 years. If he doesn't prove himself, game's the game.
I hate to get between 2 City fans, but again, I think the Messi point, I understand that, but Haaland is the future. Would you rather have him at 10 years?
Both can, and don't you think he can even move on to the next season? Next season also he can have time to come back, right? It's like 1 year extension.
The question is as things stand. As things stand, Aguero is not starting. He's not fit. Yes, I love Aguero.
These two can debate for years and years, but final call, Srini gets it. Aguero is hopefully finished the Premier League. Great. Great. No denying it, but nah, not for me anymore. Srini gets a dub. Let's move. Let's finish this off.
Dub season, baby. Let's go.
Concluding this segment, I feel we've got some great debates out there. So you guys let us know if you want to debate, you want us to debate on anything else in the comments below. And Sri, just sign us off.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, Adi gets the dub, although Liverpool won't get any dubs this season. But anyway, I got my 1 point, so I'm happy. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Of course, remember the channel is called MTAG TV. So search MTAG TV on YouTube and you can find us. As Ritwik said, if you have more debate topics, if you want us to do this more, let us know in the comments below. And of course, it's time to shamelessly plug More Than a Game. Type MTAG More Than a Game on Google and you'll find amazing articles on all sports really. And what else should I plug? Oh yeah, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course YouTube as well, guys. Subscribe, follow us all day and every day. And thank you for watching, and for next time we move.